the heart of human nature, we are storytellers. And everyone has a story, and theatre captures that story and just presents it to the world. And I think there are very few things that are as beautiful as that.
It's a really enjoyable week in the sense that you get to watch lots of different types of theatre being produced locally. It's really encouraging to see a lot of youth talent involved in the Drama Festival who are performing at a very high standard for their age. And it's also good to see the adult groups putting in that time and effort to really produce, most of the time, some really good theatre.
Take my advice, don't work for the theatre. There's no money in it and they want their pound of flesh.
We like the theatre, don't we, Lizzie?
That we do.
In fact, we go most days, don't we, Liz?
We do.
That is to say, we did go every week.
It's the second drama festival I've done, though one was Royal Navy related. It was a really interesting compromise of different things. I felt there wasn't enough adult plays, there was quite a lot of children's plays. So I think if I was to come back and watch the drama festival again, I'd like to see more adult input. But it was, for our group, the fact that we had 6 weeks to perform, from going straight from Panto straight into this, and I think we were the shortest time, everyone else had months. Our little group that we had and everybody else that was involved were amazing. We're a tight-knit group, we all know how each other works, we know we've got to get it done, and we have a laugh along the way.
The world's full of randy old rich cheeses who don't get it up much.
Mind you, these roundheads are fruity.
Aren't they just?
It's living in the country, does it? All that fresh air and fresh meat.
That's what it is.
And don't they hate actors?
Don't they just?
You mentioned the word theatre, and they go a little funny.
So the drama festival was very eye-opening on how other people's styles work and what could have been done better, what couldn't have done better, and what was amazing, what was not. So I'm quite proud of actually been in Gibraltar for 3 years and having that experience, because culture in Gibraltar is massive.
Yeah, but they don't know what you're doing. Do it in hands. They don't know what you're doing.
As for the drama festival, you know, I think it's important that we take part in the festival. We are part of Gibraltar's drama scene, and we need to be seen to support local drama, to develop it further. When you look at the drama festival and you see how many kids are actually involved in the festival itself, I mean, young people make up the overwhelming majority of participants in the drama festival, and I think that's a good thing.
Gibraltar? For whatever has she gone there for? If she wanted to visit a tax haven populated by monkeys and pirates, I am sure we could have found her much nicer places.
She just went with the staff to fetch the supplies that we're going to have for the glorious feast we shall be throwing in your honour, your lordship.
You allow your daughter to mingle with the staff? She'll be breaking wind in the kitchens next.
I'd like to see more adults taking part, more groups taking part as well. There are groups out there who present some fantastic work, and it'd be nice for that work to be presented in the context of a festival, and I think that's really where the festival needs to go from here.
I enjoy the drama festival. I like seeing so many people take part in it. I think drama is very important for Gibraltar, and I hope it continues to thrive and grow. Over the past few years, there have been some changes in the drama festival. I have noticed that there are far more junior groups taking part now, which is lovely, but it meant that this year we only had 2 adult plays, which was a shame.
We're ready. This was my first time in the drama festival, considering I only moved here recently. It's an incredible thing, this drama festival, in a small place like Gibraltar, and all these people coming together, performing these plays in front of an incredible audience who, for doing Struth, we got some incredible reactions from individuals, and we had people coming up to us afterwards saying, you know, well done, and it made us feel incredible and special in a way.
And it goes down the energy a bit. So on Thursday we'll work on it, right? But you need to, it needs to be bam, bam, bam. It doesn't look like you're girls that know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay? So need more ups and downs.
Okay.
It's all a bit better. I need more ups and downs. I like to set my own marker against my own work and try and better my own work. So it's really good to see what other people are doing too, because I find theatre inspires me all the time. I just get inspired by other people. I just like seeing that other people are doing theatre and how different we all are, which I think is the key, because in a place that's so small like Gibraltar, you've seen the past years how everyone has developed their own style.
You're right. Yeah.
My role this year in the drama festival was festival organizer, and I also acted as MC. So I would introduce the night and introduce the program of events that was going to happen on that night. We have quite a lot of drama groups in Gibraltar. Some take part in the drama festival, some don't. But this year we had the Trafalgar Theatre Group taking part.
Yes, yes, we do. Roman orgy, we've got the togas.
And all the accoutrements, very popular.
Open up then, let's have a gander. Come on.
You don't have much time.
Oh, a little peep. A quick flash, come on.
What do you think?
Very well, a quick flash.
A play, I think, has to have a story to it. It has to have a beginning, a middle and an end. Now, whether that's happy or sad, I don't think it matters. It has to have some good characters in it and just be entertaining.
Oh, enjoy it while you can.
Jimmy knew that this was going to be difficult, but come on, give me something.
18's not what it was, though, is it? It's not like it was...
17.
What?
Daniel Strain-Webber directed the other play for the Drama Festival. He's very talented.
Keep talking to me, Kitty.
Catherine decided to lose herself. Since she was a little girl, she turned away from everything, and sometimes she longed to be.
His glasses and tracksuit top.
It's getting harder and harder with the drama festival because you need one-act plays, and when you find a good one-act play, I feel like it's striking gold. So then it's a challenge for the next year to find another one. So I just try and read as much as possible until something jumps out at me. So there's nothing in particular that I'm looking for. Sometimes I'm mainly looking for a smallish cast, so maybe like 2 to 5 people, something that's manageable, but something that's going to provide a challenge for the actors taking part, for me as a director to direct it, for the audience to watch, and I just read this one and it jumped out at me.
We had Gampa taking part with different age levels.
Come along with us then, but first we need to think of a cool rapper name. From now on, you can call me Darusta. Ooh.
They were nervous, but if you're not nervous, do you care? So I think the best thing for them to be is nervous. It's adrenaline. They work better and they work harder.
Disgusting.
So it was a bit stressful, but I think they loved it at the end of the day.
Well, you do make us uncomfortable. Why don't you go back to the way you were?
She doesn't make us uncomfortable.
He doesn't make us uncomfortable.
I Am Me ended up being a very, very special play. And for many reasons, not just the subject matter, just everything about it ended up being very special for us and for a lot of people in the audience.
The Bayside and Westside Drama Group.
My servant handed it to me. eventually. And then blazoned on the scroll, I read, to the most illustrious Don Pantalón of La Línea de la Concepción.
You know, hundreds of kids have been members of this group, and I feel very, very fortunate that I get a chance to work with so many talented young kids who are not only talented, but the work ethic is good, and they never shy away from the challenge. Whatever challenge I throw at them, and some of them have been quite considerable, they always kind of embrace these things, and they go ahead and do a great job, always.
Again, you're not going anywhere.
Layla!
Neither are you two, because there's a girl here with a gun, and she's pretty pissed off with the three of you.
Layla, what about tomorrow?
Tomorrow's not happening, Jess. There's only today.
I'm also part of the Bayside and Westside Theatre group, and we're just a group of young students who all share the same hopes and passions for drama, which is why we're all here and we're all just so enthusiastic, and we just have a really good bond with each other, and it just gets to the point, even newcomers, where it's so easy to feel comfortable because we are all doing the same thing.
And Medway Youth Theatre, that always comes from the UK and supports this festival.
It's cold today. My favourite flavour is strawberry. We brought a kite to the park. Can we try and fly it, Mum?
Of course, Polly, let's give it a go.
I feel like Dorothy when she goes on. I'm spinning and spinning and spinning, then I'm back on the floor.
We come here to support the festival. We also come to encourage them to challenge themselves and to challenge, particularly with the plays that we have, we encourage our guys to write their own material.
Who do you have to be strong for? No one cares if you live or if you die, so you may as well give up now. You're halfway there. Just cut a little further.
Nikita,
Who do you have to be strong for? No one cares if you live or die.
Well, I'm 16 years old. When I first found Medway Little Theatre, I was 8, and my sister joined it. And then from there, I decided to go with her. And then I got tied into theatre, and because of our group, now that's what I would like to do as a career. And I think because of all of this, it's helped me think in so many new and different ways, and it's honestly unique.
Theatre is, it's quite difficult to try and put that into words because it's a number of things really. It's, you know, it's entertainment, it can be educational, it's, I suppose you could say it's the most natural classical form of entertainment, I suppose, and it's something that, you know, we need to try and continue to keep it alive and going because it's absolutely brilliant.
It's difficult to describe. Imagine being trapped in a box.
Theatre is very, it's amazing, it could be anything.
I didn't feel like the other girls. I remember one time going to a friend's party. My mum dressed me in a pink skirt with a white flowery blouse and a pink cardigan. I hated every second of it.
It's whenever you try to portray a form of reality to teach or entertain the people who want to watch.
Now, when you're young, you don't know what it is, but you're desperately trying to get out. You try and keep yourself hidden. Remember, you don't really see people who feel like you. It's like your own personal prison. Except everyone else tells you you're free.
Cause I wanna get it on till I die, get it on till I die, get it on till I die. Y'all remember me, y'all remember me. Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. getting live.
The unique thing about the drama festival is that it's also a competition, and I think that adds an element of excitement to the whole event.
I think it's great having the competitive element, saying that we're both very competitive and we like a bit of competition. I think it's just a great opportunity for youngsters, adults to share their love for the theatre. Sometimes the competition, you know, it does get a bit, the competition is great, but it could also sort of bring out sort of nasty streaks, and everyone wants to do well, and then people feel the need to comment as to why this play was better than that one. And in terms of that, maybe not the biggest of fans, but I think the competition is needed to challenge you and to make you strive to get the best out of the experience.
I know some people don't want it to be competitive, but I think it's the competition that makes it interesting, because most of us do other performances throughout the year. Like, all my kids do stuff throughout the year. So for them, it's not competitive, it's just another performance.
Put the plays on and take part in this kind of competitive atmosphere of the festival, which I think brings out the best out of a lot of people.
With the competition, I'm neither really here nor there. I wouldn't say I'm a hugely competitive person. I enjoy competing, but if it wasn't a competitive festival either, it wouldn't stop me from entering. I like the fact that it's a celebration of drama locally as opposed to a competition as such, which it is a competition, but I prefer the sort of local showcasing aspect of it.
The competition this year was very strong. Lots of junior groups, very, very talented youngsters coming on, and thoroughly enjoyable. A little bit depressing, some of the plays. I like to be entertained. Yes, it was a good festival.
We always get an adjudicator from the Guild of Drama Adjudicators in the UK.
What I think is magical is that the adjudicator is always different, so you never know what you're going to get with that, or what he feels is good, or what they like, or what they're looking for.
I love the drama festival just because it's a whole week of seeing interesting plays. I enjoy the adjudication as well. I particularly enjoy the competitive aspect of it, but at the end of the day it's subjective, and sometimes you will agree with the results and sometimes you won't agree, but that's like arguing over what your favourite film is.
So the adjudicators usually are people who've had a long profession in the theatre, so they bring a lot of experience with them and a kind of new outlook. Every adjudicator is different.
So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to comment on what we've seen this evening. I'm here to give you my opinion on it. Somebody a long time ago thought that my opinion was worth something and gave me letters after my name to come here to do this. Your Ministry of Culture agrees with them, rightly or wrongly, but I'm here, so let's try and get through this.
So for the drama groups and the actors which take part, it's an invaluable element of the festival to get the feedback from the adjudicator.
So he'll be looking for what the acting's like, what the set presentation has been like, how the team works together, and how the production has come together as a whole, and he'll provide a critique to the cast, the crew, and also the audience on the plays that he's watched that night. And then at the end of the week, the 2 to 3 highest scoring plays get picked for the gala night, which is on the Saturday. One of those plays will be the winner.
Well, the criteria it's quite formulaic in the sense that there are certain sections that we all have to pay attention to. Acting is obviously a very, very large section. It's the main part of it. Then you've got production, which includes direction as well, and the concept of the play. You've got stage presentation. Stage presentation is how the piece fits on the stage, how it looks, how the team are dealing with set issues, lighting, things like that. And then the last category is dramatic achievement. How well has the team got what the author's intention was to the stage? How much of an effect does that achievement have on the audience? How much effect does the dramatic impact of that piece of theatre have? So you take all of those marks and then you add them together, and then that's the marking system, if you will. But then within that, obviously, there's a certain amount of subjectivity. So the acting, for example, is one that is always not necessarily a problem, but it's always going to be an issue, because what makes a good actor from my point of view is not necessarily what makes a good actor from somebody else's point of view. So there is a certain amount of subjectivity in it, but that's to be expected, because theatre is an art form, and therefore art by its very nature has to be subjective.
So it's always very nice to hear what another person thinks, because usually when you perform a play you get the audience feedback, but you never really go that much into detail. You know, an audience will always say, oh yeah, I really like it, or maybe no, I didn't really like it that much. But the adjudicator goes into detail about every aspect of the production. So for the directors, for the actors, I think it's a very important and learning process.
One of the things that people don't realise about adjudication is it is the whole. So you could have somebody on stage as a cast of 10, for example, who is giving the best performance of their entire lives that would rival that of Ian McKellen at the RSC. But if the whole isn't at the same level, then it doesn't score as highly as that one performer on their own might. That's just one example. There are all sorts of things that go into a mark scheme for these productions, and what I'm looking at as an adjudicator is the whole, okay? And it comes down to marks. So there are going to be 2 plays tomorrow night. Is that controversial? I'm really going to miss the Gibraltar.
I've learnt a lot about Gibraltar this week through theatre, not just through the wonderful hosting and the tours that people have given me, but through the actual experience of theatre, and not just from what's on the stage, not just the plays that are on the stage, but experiencing theatre as a member of a Gibraltarian audience, because that's something completely unique, and it's not something that you think would be completely unique, but it really, really is. And I think, again, they bring, you know, life, love and passion into the theatre, and I think that's a very special thing, and I think it's something that the entire territory should be very, very proud of.
Seems to me like they want us to be afraid, man. Or maybe we just like being afraid. Maybe we just so used to it at this point that it's just a part of us, part of our culture. Security alert on orange. It's been on orange since 01, G. I mean, what's up, man? Can a brother get yellow, man? Just for like 2 months or something? Goddamn. Sick of that. Mic check. The groove is thick, so I'ma rhyme like a lunatic. I do this shit with an unassuming wit. The corporation conjured up the bass and the tempo. My name is Lift, that's the intro, now let's go. The flow of life, throwing strife into the mix to the